Hello everybody, happy Sunday. How's it going? Macro, Sarah, Pixel, welcome in. Today we'll finish our 100% replay of Wintermute, I think. We are trains. Is that the last one? I guess so. Yeah, we're gonna do the trains episode. Man, I like riding the train. And that's where the final achievement is, right? So let's see if we can figure it out. We just finished the lore dump at the end of previous stream. So it's basically just one chapter, right? Just the train chapter. Then there's the final one that's basically just ending. There's not too much to do there. Let's go. Perseverance Mills time. Are you supposed to walk this far? Okay, it's loading. This is the weird loading screen where it just gets stuck for a few seconds. It really feels like it's crashing. There we go.
I can't carry this any further.
Okay. Okay, Astrid. Hello looks goofy when he's looking at Astrid. Yeah. The way he turns his head. Ah, Donner.
This is your patient. And in case you're thinking of letting him die, consider this a little extra incentive to keep him alive.
Astrid! You don't need to do that.
I need you focused.
I'm a doctor. I'll do whatever I can to help your friend.
He's not my friend. He's my son. He dies, she dies, and then you die.
He's lost a lot of blood. And his injury looks infected. There's a fair bit of bruising around the torso, suggesting there may be internal injuries. Tell me what happened to him.
There was an explosion. Then a lot of heavy stuff fell on him.
How did you know to come here?
We heard on the radio.
Shut it, Vachon.
Poor Vachon.
You always did talk too much. You never mind that. Just fix Donner.
For internal injuries, there's not much I can do with the equipment here. It's too rudimentary. Normally, he'd be airlifted to a regional hospital.
You'd better figure something out.
I need some better gear, like an emergency trauma kit.
Well, you'd better figure out where you can find something like that, and soon.
The search and rescue station. They need to keep it stocked as emergency backup for remote communities like Perseverance. There's medical supplies there.
Where is it?
Along the old logging roads, north of Desperation Bay. Very rough terrain. It won't be a fast trip on foot.
Well then, Doctor, you better get going.
I'll get the supplies and I'll be right back. And then we'll get Freya out of here.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Doctor. Heller, go with her.
Boss!
Shut up and get going. A little company to make sure you come back. And remember, Donner goes, and your friend won't be looking quite so healthy when you get back.
Be careful, Astrid.
Oh, great. Wonder if the solution is to just walk. Oh, that would be painful. It's probably possible, but you do need to break the stuff in the way. At least on the way there. Thank you for pinning that, Sarah.
I'm gonna have to leave some of
Look.
this gear
Oh,
behind.
there it
Been
is.
traveling for hours.
Oh, right.
I'm not going any further.
My
We're not
friend
going
warned
any
us it
further
was
either.
a long walk to the SAR station.
I'm freezing. Gotta warm up before I go any further.
Okay.
I guess we can stop for a bit.
Let me drop
Listen,
all of
lady.
this.
Hey, look. A train.
We're casually carrying 38 kilos of fur.
Damn. What an ancient piece of junk. This thing belongs in a museum.
You know anything about trains?
Nah, not really. Just think they're cool.
You cannot interact with it until it's done
This
talking.
track
There we go.
leads to the SAR station.
Sarah Station. We gotta go visit the Sarah Station. So the first time I was doing this, I was trying to interact with it too early, right? And it didn't appear, and I was like, okay, you cannot interact with it. And then I couldn't figure out what to do next. It was pretty confusing. You want kebab now? Oh, me too, yeah. Wouldn't mind a doner kebab. Yeah, I think I know what the achievement is, or at least roughly. I think I sort of spoiled myself, I said that yesterday. I think it's gonna do something with the train, right? The way you ride it. Not 100% sure. Might be with the coal usage or something. That's what I suspected on my first playthrough, actually. I was like, what if you have to get the furnace to a certain temperature and you'll get an achievement, right? So we put all the coal we had there. We got to 1000 degrees. But sadly that was not an achievement. Also interesting that you can come here before this mission, right? We managed to do that a couple days back as well. And Heller is actually here if you do that. So that was also strange. Where's the trains? Okay, let's just do the hard save here. And let's do some goading, see if we can leave this place. Yeah, poor Vashon was so taken aback, right? Like, poor guy just wanted to help. Instead of Vashon got a chance. Yeah, like, why didn't Mathis get it instead? Pure Mathis. Yeah, I think maybe it's possible to go past the obstacles somehow, but it will be painful anyway, right? Like, if you look at the map, this is probably the largest, not probably, this is definitely the largest map in the game, but most of it is nothing, right? Like, this is nothing. It's just a background. So, like, by sheer size, it's the largest, but by playable area, not really. It's basically just 2 rail tracks. But the distance is actually massive. It's hard to see even on the map, right? But it's like think about how large the Broken Railroad area is, right? Like, this is the size of the maintenance shed area. You could have the lake here. Like, Broken Railroad is probably like this, right? That's a small region, but still. That might be Broken Railroad as an area, and even PV would easily fit into this region. It's massive. But it has to be because you're driving the train, so yeah. You're doing some TLD, wanted to go to Black Rocky for some outdoor science, but the console doesn't work anymore. Does it not? I don't know how the mods always break for you. For me, it does work. Try and reinstall Melon Loader again and try and re-download the mods. Maybe you have an older version. Because for me it does work, so I don't get it. Need to fix Astrid's weird walk and backpack issues first. Second time Jeremiah's aim was ass. Yeah, conveniently, right? Some convenient plot armor. I don't think we can go out of here. Maybe, I mean, this might be possible. Hold on. Let me through. Kind of hopeful here. We could probably safe track this, but maybe we don't even need that. Oh, okay, okay, we'll have to. We'll have to. Let's try it. Let's try it. Why not? I want to see if you can walk back to the mill now, back to Perseverance Mills, because 2 days ago we found out that if you go to the mill in Perseverance Mills, it has a connection to this region. That was shocking. Very interesting to see. I'm gonna see if it works backwards. I would imagine so. But it might be difficult coming back inside this area because it's fenced off. I think you need to update the mod itself, maybe, yeah. Because my mods seem to work. Like, I get some errors in the melon loader thingy. Are we climbing? It doesn't feel like it. Now the game can open. Yeah, yeah. Did you do the nightly builds? Did you forget books? And that's the thing you gotta do. Okay, so getting out is not that hard. We are out. We broke out. We get some more sticks for our journey. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get back in though, so yeah, that's why I made a hard save inside. Have a good one, Heller. Remember to bring back the supplies, or Matthews will be mad. I'm just gonna mess around here in the meantime, while you do the work. Can you believe my parents depend on you for tech advice? I can, actually. I can. And I know how that feels. Happy Sunday, Inzers. You didn't because last time you didn't and it still worked. And now you didn't because it says only enable if you know what you're doing. You do not. Well, you know what you're doing. I'm telling you to do it.
Kinda heavy.
And it worked for me. I reinstalled it with the nightly build and it worked. So do that. Check it. Happy Easter, hope you're enjoying the long weekend. When Zach was here, the game took all Astrid's clothes and matches away. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Zach in here. I've seen the parts of his run. I was watching him deal with the cougar. And all that. Because that's my favorite part, I always want to see that. I really enjoyed the geothermal area. But this was like my second favorite part, like riding the train was awesome. So let's see, is the transition in here? You're doing it, Danny? Yes, do it. Okay, transition's here. We're going back to Perseverance Mills. Presumably. Yep. We are in Perseverance Mills. Back in the mill, which we are not allowed to access normally. So I think their original plan was to open up the mill somehow. And then we just walk here on our own. But we just get moved there inside a cutscene, so we never get to see this mill. How heavy am I? I would not mind dropping some more loot here because we are so freaking heavy. Surely we won't forget it. Not sure how I'm gonna leave. Well, there was a hole in the ground here. I do remember that. Yeah, you can just get the milk via the train station. That's actually even easier, right, than goating around. If you really want to see this place, that's probably the best way. This just gets me back to the ice. That's not very helpful. We could try following the river and hope for something. Because I don't remember getting out of here. We just reloaded the game, right? We never found out how to leave this area. Not sure if it's actually possible. Maybe there's death walls. I guess we could climb up back to the bridge. No, there's an invisible wall. We do remember that. Freaking invisible walls everywhere. But yeah, it seems like... Oh no, there's an invisible wall even down here. It seems like the game resets your inventory at the weirdest times. Like, some people lose... And I think that's what I've seen happen to Zach and a few other people. After they are done with the cougar, they also lose everything there. And the supply room gets locked again. I did not have that happen to me. Just on the first run, but I think on both ones, yeah, I managed to make it back to the supply room each time without any problems. Well, are we stuck here now? I guess we're stuck, unless we can come here somehow. We're gonna take a shower. Oh, we can't. Rude. Just the wall as well. It's not real water. Can't even take a shower here, so this is... We're just locked here. There's no way to leave. We're gonna reload. not sure if there's a way. There's not really much there anyway. I guess we can just load the train safe. It's interesting that you can just go there like this, right? But whatever.
if I
Let's
can
go back
drop
to the
any of
other
this gear.
side and let's fix the train. And I wanna see if it's possible. This time I'm gonna do the opposite thing I did the last time. I wonder if it's possible to not spend any coal at all. And this would be a good practice for survival mode if they ever added the train mechanic. Like, I kind of feel like they won't, because it would be a lot of work. But deep inside I really wish, because I had a lot of fun with the train. There are some sticks, so we're gonna try those. We need as many as possible. It's gonna be difficult without them. Hey, it's already evening? How did that happen? I barely passed any time here. I thought you started a little earlier in the day. So I'm supposed to investigate it first anyway. We didn't do that. Maybe we should.
If I could just get this old steam engine working, it would save us a lot of time.
Sure would beat walking. But it looks to be missing some control parts. Throttle, maybe?
Must be around here somewhere.
Yep.
Well, good luck with that. I'll just be over here, looking for some way to thaw out.
Thanks
Gee,
so much.
Thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help.
Anytime, lady.
Very nice of you. Also, converting these to sticks might be useful, right? How warm are these? I don't remember. Hold on. So sticks are like 1 degree per, and that might be the best one, but then again, converting torches is like insanely painful, right? So I think books are not worth it all that much. It's maybe not that bad. Reclaimed wood. I'm thinking about the fire log. Damn, fire log gives you... No, that has to be wrong, right? The wiki is often wrong. I have to test that. Because the wiki says fire log gives you 21 degrees of warmth. That's more than coal. That's no, that cannot be. No, this one says 3 degrees. Yeah, so fire logs, we should convert into torches and harvest back into sticks. Because that way we get more warmth out of them, right? We don't care about burn time, we only care about warmth. And that's assuming it's gonna work in the first place. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to try all of that. For now, all the fuel goes here. We're gonna be a lot lighter like this. We can keep some coal, just to be safe. And of course this, right? Oh man, yeah, this is enough. Whoop.
Maybe I can find something useful in that maintenance shed.
Yep. We'll check that in a minute. Let's take this. It's almost like we're gonna craft furniture here, huh?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Nightly build doesn't work. I think you need to change the mod itself. It's been like years since you downloaded it. Yeah, it's probably the mod then. So it's been hours, so that's why it's later. Yeah, I never realized you started this late. I remember reaching the star station when it was like sunset and I got an aurora. I'm pretty sure the aurora is scripted. Every time I've seen people do this, they got an aurora at night. I think it's supposed to be the big flare that happens when Mackenzie's at the telescope. So it's sort of synced. Yeah, let's just dump all the fuel in here. We need to prepare for this. We're gonna be incredibly heavy. I'm not even sure how we're going to do this with this much fuel, because this is insanely heavy, right? I'm just trying to not use coal and see if you can drive the train coal-less completely. I'm really gonna pick up too much. We're gonna ignore the coal spawns. I have like 7 coal, which is enough for emergencies, I guess. That's assuming this whole strategy is going to work at all. I'm not so sure about that.
Well, this stuff
We
will
don't
come in
need that.
handy.
This is gonna lock us in, right? I mean, we can still check. Let's save. But I'm pretty sure it's always the same. I've never seen anyone be able to leave this trailer. Like, they're just completely broken. It's a shame because there's a few more books, a little bit more fuel. But yeah, we're just not allowed to leave. Okay. The sticks. And all the sticks. How many marine flares? Why would I even need that? There's more coal. I don't want that. Okay. Let's climb. And behind here. We're so glad story mode has that save reload. Yeah, there's a lot of situations where it comes in very handy. I mean, if they're gonna make us fight Cougar and Glimmerfog and I don't know what else, they don't force you into situations like that on survival because they feel a little bit unfair on permadeath. The option is there, but you know, you can always avoid it. I guess that's what story mode is good for. They can afford to make things more intense at certain points. But the worst case, you just have to reload. Try again.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Need this. I think I have plenty of food, don't I? Well, not sure about plenty, but we have some. Eat this chocolate bar.
Okay.
Alrighty, what do we got here? Imagine if these were also the infinite painkillers.
I think I
No,
can use this.
those are only in the ship. Need that. How's our guns anyway? It's okay, it's fine. I think we have plenty of ammo. Almost everybody tries to shoot Heller when they come here with a gun. And I haven't tried it for the second time. We need to try it. I know it cannot be done, but you know. It's weird that they don't take your guns at all. At least the lady died eating chips. Yeah, it's not a bad way to go. Not a bad way to go at all.
Probably useful.
Ooh. Wow, both types of stims. That military stim is crazy strong. Can't imagine having it on loper, but part of me wants to. You know, maybe if they balanced it a little bit. New items are always nice. Alright, we can't let the Goose rest. One final trip for Goose. So, I do have a distress pistol. I guess I could take the flare shells, but we're gonna be heavy enough as it is. Water. A soda might be fine. Especially if it's ketchup, chips, or salt and vinegar. Might as well pass away with then with how your tank acts after. Yeah. It won't matter anymore, right? Bit of water. Yeah, a city made of gold. Gonna find a train made of gold. I need to stop picking up that coffee. It's so tempting, but like, I'm not gonna make it. Right? Especially after finding the military stims. We're not gonna be making that coffee. So let's just leave it here. Don't have no pry bar.
This'll come in handy.
No military stim. What a scam. What a scam. Give me all the bookies, okay. All the fuel. Oh wait, we have a lantern. We might as well use that. See a little bit better. I could break these crates if we were desperate, but I don't think we need to go that far. I'm just gonna not do that. I'll pick up the recon wood that's around here. Well, part of me wants to know if there's anything inside, right? We can at least save scum. Never hurts to break down new crates. New areas. You never know what you're gonna find. Nope. What a shocker. When you saw the first 10 seconds of my video last night, your first thought was, this is perfect for fishing hats. Then you leave it with such a cliffhanger. I know, I know. I know, there's just a lot of editing to be done for the final one. There's several ways to build outside, actually. And it's just a lot of work getting the footage done. Yeah, the final one, like, that's pretty much all you'll have to know about customization, right? It'll be pretty much set, unless someone figures out a new technique for something. I got a comment on the video that someone was able to pick up logbox instead of contamination. I don't know. It didn't work for me, so I wonder what's the difference, because they said they were also on PC, so confusing. Because that would be nice, because normally the only storage you can pick up is the suitcases, right? The logbox cannot normally be picked up. That would be a pretty cool one to take somewhere inside. Oh, noisemaker, do we want that? It's kind of heavy. Kind of heavy, probably gonna leave it here. Maybe once again check the boxes. Real quick. Yep. Apparently a lot of people miss this train thingy.
Hope nobody
on the
needs
wall.
this anymore.
Because it sort of looks like a picture or something. Just sitting there innocently. You know what? We might actually need it because we're running a little low on fuel. Let's refuel. Just in case. Alright, there it is. Belongs in a train and not
This
in a
must be
shelf.
what I need to get the train going.
I think some people cannot re-enter this place or something like that. I heard a bunch of bugs happening at the start of this mission. Yeah. Okay, it happened to me now as well. I think I had it happen to me previously. So you're locked out now. Okay. Let's just check horizontal surfaces and containers. Yeah, I struggle with the achievement in the cargo ship. Because I couldn't see the note on the ground. That one was also very easy to miss. Click and record whatever he did. Would be nice to have another unique decoration, right? I wonder if it's somehow tied to like long runs. It shouldn't be, but no, like when you test something, it's just gonna be on a fresh run. I'm not gonna test weird stuff on any of my actual runs because I wanna somehow corrupt them by cheating, flying around and whatnot. You can never have enough unique decorations. Imagine if they add some of these Wintermute regions to survival. I want that stuffed rabbit so much from Perseverance Wilds. Swear to God, I had a pry bar here. Yeah, well, I left the pry bar in the ship, right? There was always one there, just a little bit later in. This is all the fuel we're gonna get. Let's see if we can get it started like this. Oh, maybe make yeah, let's just override this train save. Now we get to see.
That should do it. Now to get a fire started in the firebox.
Are started. We can do that. We got some books. Are there any places in Perseverance Wilds to get outside? Definitely, there's the lookout. And there's the hut that's similar to Bricklayers, right? Kind of broken down. That one would work. So it would totally work, yeah. So
Perfect.
52.
Okay, so the fire's
And
going, and that
let's
means
see.
the steam pressure should start building any minute now.
Oh, okay. It seems to work so
coming?
far.
I just got this fire going.
But it might stop
Finally starting to
at
feel my
80
feet again.
degrees.
You
That's
aren't
what
worried I'll
usually
run
happens,
off
right?
somewhere?
You? Nah. You won't leave your friend to die.
I'll be back as soon as I find the
70.
trauma kit.
Better hurry. Tick tock.
Let's put all the sticks there and see if it stops. Don't stop. No! It stopped. Okay. It stopped. So we have to use coal, unfortunately. So all this effort was for nothing. But I guess that was to be expected. All this stuff is useless. All this we prepared. You can just dump it in here. Oh, it's too heavy. Okay. We can take the sticks. I mean, sticks might be useful for something. Grab everything else. And we're actually going to need the coal. Right, because this is not gonna go up. It's just gonna offer me coal. Yeah. That sucks. So it cannot be done without the coal. You'd love to decorate and clean up the outside of the 3 cabins, but of course you would. Yes, your favorite spot. I'm sure you would clean it up so nicely. Hopefully we'll get the chance once they add it to survival. I mean, if they're going to add any region, it's gonna be Perseverance Wilds, right? In general, the asteroid regions were somewhat survival friendly. The Mackenzie one's not so much. And this one is also tricky. Oh, that's a side mission, find coal. I never had this trigger before. I think I already had too much coal when I was here first. Is that literally a side mission? Is that the only side mission? No, okay. It's a part of the main mission. It played the old sound, right? That it used to play in the old Wintermute chapters when you finish the mission. I don't think this ever plays in episode 5, so that was unexpected. A little inconsistent there. think this is all the coal we're gonna get. Man, if I knew that I will need coal, I would stock up ahead of time, but I was trying to do this without, and I guess I should have seen this coming. Yeah, Perseverance Wilds, it's like, I think it's a little smaller than a lot of other regions, but it still suits. So this should be... I'm still gonna try something else here, once this goes up to 120. Still gonna try the cedar or something.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You never know, maybe it'll let me. One final attempt. Yeah, I know. Okay, so we have to use one more coal at least.
Gotta get the pressure up. Then release the brake. And...
I think it looks like as long... now it's gonna drop back to 125, right? And it's just gonna say that you need more coal, but...
looks like I need more coal to get the fire burning hotter.
isn't the pressure gonna go up? I don't understand how this works, because that's what... maybe it's a bug. That's how it worked before, for a bit. The pressure actually stays. It doesn't seem to go any higher.
It works!
Choo-choo! We are on the way.
Always wanted to do that.
Oh wow, she has several lines. It's pretty cool.
More coal to get the pressure up.
Welcome in, Wendy. How's it going? Okay. And now we just keep it like this, maybe. It feels like the pressure was building up a little bit there. Maybe not. Can you exit while going like this? I guess not. Seen some coal here, but I'm not sure I want to get out. I wonder why it worked the last time. I'm a little confused. The last time I left it at 125, the pressure did go up sometimes. I guess it doesn't make much sense. So yeah, but man, I would love to have this train on survival. You love Astrid Lands and her laughing? Yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice. I love that they added that. So how did you like the ending? I didn't get to ask you yesterday, Wendy. Because we had the 20-minute cutscene. How did you like the story overall? Yeah, it stays like this, okay. There we go. Woohoo!
Looks like the fire isn't hot enough to keep the pressure up. I need more coal.
Damn, I would need more coal, clearly. Deer is faster than us. This is unacceptable. I want the pressure to build up. Come on.
More coal to get the pressure up.
Maybe we should break here actually, I don't know. I know which way to go, but most likely we'll have to change it, right? So let it be like this. Let's investigate. I can't enter this? Why? We most likely go, yeah, the right track should do it. I think a heavy train would keep rolling in on that little hill, yeah. Well, it's an old one. It's an old one. I guess it's not very efficient. No happy ending indeed. You did like the ending, yeah. I like the overall ending as well. I think the way they got there was a little questionable. Like, most of chapter 4 felt a little... We have to tie these things up,
Sure, I can
you
carry
know?
much more.
But I did like the overall ending. Grey Mother, I didn't expect to see Grey Mother send off. Like, when Will said, I'm coming back for you, I was like, yeah, no, you're not. No way you're coming. Not happening. We could also prepare this, right, so we go the same way. It's having plenty of fun, that's for sure. So we want to keep this like this. And Maria with the raid, welcoming guys. How was your stream? Cheered hard with Molly and Jeremiah coming. Yeah, I don't know, I was kind of annoyed. Like, I was glad to see them, but I was annoyed how they just showed up for one scene and that's it. Like, I'm not sure what's up with that, you know? I was hoping there'd be a bit more there. Oh no, internet cutting off. Alright, enjoy the food. Welcome in, odds. Stop nerd. I don't know if you're winning. I guess so. I was trying to get through this area without using any coal, but it's just not possible. Like, the game forces you to use coal. The furnace doesn't get warm enough. Silly wolves. Heller was very out of character at the end. How so? I mean, Heller was always just like... sort of there, right? He's like... He's kind of like the... He's like a little bully. He's not like a criminal mastermind or something like Mathis. Jeremiah showing up makes sense since he would probably still want to get to Edward with Molly. Exactly, exactly. Like, Molly was really strange. I feel like we were really missing a whole chapter there. I also didn't like how Mathis got Mackenzie. I understand they wanted to set it up for the ending, but it made zero sense to me the way it was done. Like, if there was like another chapter there that tried to tie it up in a more natural way, it would be pretty good. But that last chapter was a little bit strange in this sense. Okay, so this is all set. We just need to go back. Maybe take some more. I'm gonna leave all of this. We're not really gonna need this. Right, I'll keep like 5 sticks. Take coal instead. You thought you can kill a trigger on survival now. Yeah, on survival it's different, right? Because you cannot reload. And you're not given a shotgun.
I think I can use this.
Respawn in a safe spot and they threw in Blake. Yeah, that's how it goes. See, that is never really safe, right? It's just like safe relatively speaking. that they might put you indoors or something. If you choose the risky respawn, you're almost... I think you always spawn at night and it snows or there's a blizzard. Like, that alone is really, really mean, because you usually don't have any matches on you when you spawn, and you're low on health, so it's... Like, if you don't know the game well enough, it's not really gonna help you. Okay, I guess we're ready to go. See, this just stayed. Okay, this just stays. That's interesting. So, let's add a couple calls in here. Is it enough? Not sure. Let's see. Okay, now we're going.
Looks like I need more coal to get the fire burning hotter.
More coal again. Matt is swearing to kill Bolden and shrugging. Yeah, I feel like he realized he needs Mackenzie. Like it was his plan to get out, right? But it was underexplained as well. Let's go, Astrid. You too. Welcome in, Clanchicula. I feel like doing this, going on the neutral, is actually more efficient, fuel-wise.
Need more coal.
Definitely feels a little bit more efficient. Welcome in, Fiat. The choo-choo goes good.
Let's go!
Let's go! Let's go, Astrid. We have some burritos. Ooh. One more coal for sure.
Need more coal.
Do we just wanna smack the thing here? We just let it go, right? Braking is inefficient because then you lose the speed for North Bend. Might as well bump it. Bonk. Okay. And well, let's see if we can move this. I'm not so sure. How many coal have we used? I'm not sure. I'm not really counting, but trying to conserve the coal. Did the opposite the last time. I got the furnace to 1000 degrees. That was fun. Alright, the brakes. If you do it like this, you go fast. Oh, ow. Okay, that was maybe not efficient because the train was still in my way. Choo-choo, nice 10 screen streak. Go into 2, but don't let it go into red. It just really flies past the yellow quickly. Like if I go to white now and I go straight to 2, it flies very quickly past yellow. And I think you sort of needed to break through the obstacles. Maybe the yellow is enough though.
Looks like I need more coal to get the fire burning hotter.
This might be enough actually. There's another. Yeah, we actually need to break here. Because we don't wanna go past. Maybe I put the brakes on too early, but whatever. Oh, ew. Oh, I guess he changed his mind. So we go left. We push the car out of the way. That's gonna work just fine. In here, we probably want to go straight. Because there is a dead end. Blocked?
Path.
Oh, you have to crash into this guy
Get it out of the
first.
way.
I see. Damn, did you see that? I'm basically Jace. These are Jace levels of flare gun skills. Jace was definitely flare guns 5. Bad wolfies. On my way. How far in are we? We're like not quite halfway there. I would say like 40% there.
Need more coal to get the pressure up.
Is this off? Oh, I already forgot. Come on, we have enough pressure though. This might be enough to push the car at least, I hope.
This is crawling with cars.
There we go. Reverse a little bit. There we go. Cool. Welcome in, Carrie. How's it going? What's the best way to kill the cougar? Because you crawled to him but didn't kill him when you shot him. Keep him getting swiped even if you run away. What you mean swipe? Like, not a struggle, right? But just the glancing blow. Tasha, welcome in. Well, the best way is to just shoot him, you know. It's campfires are good because you're pretty safe. There's no like workaround, right? Like you just need to deal enough damage. They are pretty tanky, but campfires are safe. Cliffs are safe. The problem with campfires is that it's easy to miss him because he like walks around. So if you want him to charge at you, then just get the Blackrock vest, get your protection up. The vest really helps a lot. Vest, crampons, moose coat if you can, or a tactical jacket at least. Bear coat is also good. Just get like 70-80% protection, and he's not gonna kill you before you kill him. The protection strategy works perfectly fine. Oh, look at this wolf! Whoa! Levitating wolf, okay. I'm ready to go. Ending is awesome. You really liked how Methuselah killed Mattis with Jeremiah's knife. Yeah, imagine. Welcome, Synox. Thank you for the follow. This one didn't care about campfires? I'm not sure. I think I've seen someone use campfires, but I might be wrong. I have not tried campfires. I just faced him head on the first time, and then I tried to dance him on this run. That worked well enough. Are we even going the right way here? No, we're not. Oh, break! 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 Oh, I hate this. Such a waste of coal. What a shame. Change this thing. Should have done it ahead of time.
Looks like I need more coal to get the fire burning hotter.
Never mind, there we go. Yeah, and the military stims, but obviously those are not in survival. Those would be so busted in survival. Can't imagine.
Fire isn't hot enough to keep the pressure up. I need more coal.
Woohoo!
Need more coal to get the pressure up.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be enough, seeing the thing ahead of us. Wouldn't mind actually stopping here and looking at what's ahead, so that we can figure out the puzzle before we go in. No, we don't even need brakes here, right? I guess we should put them on. But what's the point? So we're offering free courses on cougars, yeah. Yeah, we do offer a free course. Everything cougar related right there. Check this region by coordinates. It's almost twice as long as PV, but narrow. Yeah, I was just thinking about it when we were looking at the map, right? It's massive. It's mostly just these tracks, not much else. But it's actually huge as a region. So, pretty interesting. What's our call? We're at 30. I'll pick these two as well. So I already forgot. We're going. Let's just drink the energy drinks. Those are heavy. They do it up pretty quickly. So we're going right, which I think is fine. And then we need to turn the train around. This is fine. But here, switch it. When you got sent here, it was nighttime and you got an aurora. That was fun. Yeah, I think the aura is scripted when the night comes. I've seen everybody get an aurora here, but I think I reached it a little faster than the last time. I remember it already being much darker. I guess we're not looting around as much because we know it's mostly just coal. Not much else to loot here. There we go. And I think the rest is fine. So now it's time to hit the Sarah station. One-time offers. Subscribe to Bishop for a free full-ride scholarship to Gradberg University. Sarah is handling admissions to the university. Is it just me or am I like really fast here? Like faster than normal? This feels like pavement, you know? Like we get like boost movement. I feel fast here.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Interesting. Spent too long at the first depot with Helen repairing clothes, yeah. Makes sense.
Feels so good.
This place is very nice during Aurora though. I don't wanna wait for it. The weather in general is very scripted in this episode. I think this aura is supposed to be the same as the one you get at the Suzuki station. So that you sort of know it happens at the same time. I guess it sort of makes sense. Thank you so much for the Prime sub, Pixel.
Looks like this is the way to the SAR station.
This is the way to the Sarah station. Okay. What's this though? He also had all his clothes and matches taken away at the beginning of this part. Yeah, someone was mentioning it, right? Pixel or someone. Zach had it happen. It didn't happen to me on either of my runs. I wonder why? Like, what triggers this? Not that I'm complaining, like, I feel like I've been pretty lucky with bugs. Like, I got the ones that everybody gets. There are certain bugs you cannot avoid. Literally everybody has them, right? But I didn't really get anything bad otherwise. Now, losing your items as Mackenzie is not a big deal, right? Because you don't really need them anymore. But as Astrid, it kind of sucks. If you prepared some coal and I don't know what else, you could kind of miss it here, even though this map is sort of self-sufficient in terms of coal and a little bit of food that you need, and you don't really need much else than that, right? But you don't know that when you are here for the first time. Yes, this is Sarah Station. This is Sarah Station. I actually like this place a lot. Like, I don't think we're gonna get this on survival, right? It's just very secluded. But that's partly why I like it so much, right? Like, just this little station here on the edge and nothing else. Kind of like it.
There it is. The helicopter. That must be the SAR station.
This view, beautiful. I wonder why they added this though. What if this is a connection, you know? Connection to Desperation Bay that we're gonna get on survival, imagine. I know there's this guy that I think is a military stem, but like you don't even need it really, right? Two
This'll
military
come in
stems
handy.
actually. We may as well use them. There's a stem. Why did it say fatigue reduced? That's weird. I didn't get any benefit. Should we do some goading here again? Like, we've already done this. There's not that much in here. Right, you can jump on this tree. Come here, but this is a dead end. We go down there before. And there are death falls eventually, so it's not that interesting, I guess. But the view is nice. Let's go back. How's it going, Rurak? Nana, welcome in. Guess it was just modeled after real place, so they added walkways? Maybe, yeah. Could be. Could be they also had some plans that were scrapped, and could be they also have some plans in the future, but like, yeah. This area doesn't feel very survival friendly. What could make it survival friendly is if they added more train tracks here, right? Imagine if there was like 10 areas like this all over the map. There were tracks leading to it. I could see that working for survival if they wanted to add a train. But the map as it is definitely not enough, right, for survival. It would not feel that engaging. But I would love to see the train mechanic at some point. Like, I really did enjoy that. more good views here. Gonna pass time somehow to get a little aurora going. Mend some clothes maybe. Once you graduate, you will have the option for extra courses, such as carpentry with Great Bear of Construction. There's so many options, right? Yeah, this would be... That's what I was thinking, right? Like, I guess Desperation Bay... It says it's... this is north of Desperation Bay, but like Desperation Bay could be here somewhere. You could do a coastline that's like, you know, traversable by foot. And then we go to train tracks, but they would have to extend it greatly. I don't know if they would want to bother, because that would take them a lot of time, right? That would be a lot of effort. It's just like they can take the region and put it to survival. I mean, they can do that with any region. They have to adjust the spawns, right? Wildlife, and I don't know what else. Maybe balance the weather a little bit. But it'll be still cool. Oh, I can't even... Man, we are out of cloth. Different helicopter than FA, slightly. Yeah, it doesn't have beds, right? But I think that's one of the helicopters. I think you see that in a note somewhere, right? So I guess the helicopter would fly between here and airfield, which I think is interesting. Also, I think the island is way larger than I originally imagined. Like, when you can see the map in Desperation Bay, the cargo ship, Great Bear Island looks so much larger, right? I thought the map we have on Survival is like a good chunk of the island. You know, maybe like a quarter or a third of the island. But I think it's like not even 5% of the island. Like, the island is so much larger than what we have in the game. And we're just like on one tiny part. Oh yeah, whatever. I think I saw a pry-bar, but I don't think we want to bother. Yeah, this bed you cannot sleep on here. Brand would need a rework for survival. Infinite Fire would have to go away. Yeah, I am counting with that. The Infinite Fire has to be just like all other Infinite Fires, right? The Forge also has Infinite Fire in episode 2 when you're working on the Better Spear, so that you don't softlock yourself. I think that goes without saying that that is unacceptable, right? And other than that, it's not that bad, right? Because like it really eats coal like crazy. So it's not like you would be able to use it all the time and go everywhere with it. Okay, I can hear the aurora already. This is pretty cool on its own. It's a picture. Plans to go inland and then head south to one of the other hamlets along the coast. Probably illegible. Wonder what that is. There's a trauma kit.
Found it! The trauma kit. Might be enough to give Donner a fighting chance. I better get back quickly. It's starting to get dark.
Back quickly. Well, I want to see the dark. Let me harvest this. 1 hour 30, beautiful. We're gonna freeze for a bit, but I don't care. Beautiful. Yeah, this is a nice view here during Aurora.
This is so cold.
Did you use zones? Cause 300k? Really? Did he give out those stats? I missed that. Well, honestly, can they not make 900k selling a DLC for 10 bucks with 3 zones? I feel like they could, right? So in the end, they could turn a profit if they give us a DLC. with some new zones. I think a lot of people will be fine with that. I would still love to have a couple map to the base area, base game, for free. I don't mind if they added them as DLC, but I just don't see them doing it to the base map, right? Like, I don't have a problem with that. I just wish the map was, I need a Blackrock HRE connection, man. And maybe something between DP and Ash Canyon. Like, that alone would be great. But mainly the HRE Blackrock one. Didn't Ramp or someone say Great Bear was roughly the same size as Vancouver Island, which is huge? It was modeled after Vancouver Island, so probably, yeah. It's not canonically the same place in-game. We don't actually know where Great Bear Island is. It's more implied that it's like in North Canada, rather than Pacific Canada, but I'm not sure. At least Survival says that, I think. There's no real reference in Wintermute. But it was modeled after Vancouver Island. Forgot there's a presentation you have to give this week at work. Oh no! So you gotta prepare. Good luck with that. Where's my stim? Give me a military stim. Let's heal up. 'Cause why the hell not? Wait, did I not bring the...
Gotta get the train facing the other way so I can get out of here.
I didn't bring the train here, I forgot. I think I got a little distracted. The train is still here. In theory, we could just reverse back. But it'll be a little annoying. Let's turn it around properly. Still unspoiled. Yeah, regarding the achievement, I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I think I have an idea with this call. Maybe we need to conserve coal. I did the exact opposite the last time. Okay, I think we're about to hit the wall here anyway. No need to rush. Is that good enough? Let's see. I think it was just enough. Very nice.
More coal.
Ouch. Welcome in, Synox. But you also made sausage curry tonight. That came out well. Oh, okay. Okay. Suddenly it's a much better night then, right? That sounds yummy.
More coal to get the fire burning hotter.
Choo-choo. scaring off the wolves. It should scare the wolves, honestly. It's gonna be a pretty loud sound, right? The wolves should not like that. How many triggers before Choo Choo? I think it's not a constant number, right? I think it changes. Do we go farther? We have to go a little farther. A multiple of 4 is a good answer, yeah. Could still be a multiple of 4, but it depends. Do we stay here? It's a little far. We're trying to be efficient. Still, honestly, even when I'm trying to be as efficient as possible, and the temperature cannot fall below 125, right? Honestly, I think when it comes to coal consumption, the trend can just be taken as is and put to survival. Like, this will add up, right? It works in this mission because you have so much coal here and you only have to drive it in one direction and back.
This stuff will come in
And
handy.
never again. I honestly don't need all of this anymore. I don't think we're gonna need that many. In survival, this would add up very, very quickly. Stand, we're a dwarf. Evan, welcome in. How do I expect to get the missing achievement without knowing the strict spell condition? Well, I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna try something blind, and if it doesn't work out, I can always ask for hands, right?
Damn it.
What? Broken? I don't remember this part. So we have to go left because that's like the part we didn't break. Okay, I get it. That's right. So I guess we have to go there. Okay. Yeah, don't underestimate nerds. Hopefully we'll figure it out. I don't feel like I'm doing much else that I wasn't doing the last time. Just driving the train different. Not trying to bump into things by force. Maybe it could be damaged or something, right? If you bump it too much. This sort of invisible health bar. Maybe it could be coal related. It could be kill 20 Aurora wolves, but we killed a bunch the last time. Maybe it could be without killing wolves. In that case, we already failed it. It could also be a speedrun achievement, but I think we established that it's not a speedrun achievement. Only the first one was.
Looks like they're firing this one. Keep the pressure. We need more coal.
Choo-choo. Glowing wolf coats. I would be perfectly happy with just a timber wolf coat. Like, why can't we have timber wolf coats? They clearly have different furs, right?
We need more coal to get the fire burning hotter.
Still a little farther. We're gonna need another lump.
pressure up.
Damn, it's a long road. Looks like another lamp then. Run over 10 wolves, I wish. We tried that, it didn't work. Did I really go this way before? I somehow don't remember this tunnel. I guess I must have.
Looks like I need more coal to get the fire burning hotter.
And we'll actually have to break here. From the looks of it. Maybe it'll stop on its own. That's very convenient. It's like the perfect place to stop. Just before the switch. Wait, the flare gun is actually not very good for these guys, right? A headshot is not necessarily a kill against Aurora Team Bs. They're afraid of the lights, aren't they? It's convenient. You're not following anymore. Oops. Why are you moving, dude? He just gave up. Moved at the wrong possible time. Wrongest possible time. Couldn't be any worse. Right looks about fine. Yeah, maybe you gotta walk back. Maybe you gotta walk back. I hope it's not walking back. That'll be painful. I mean, this looks fine. There's another wolf there. So that one goes here. This one needs to be turned. Beautiful. Yeah, so yeah, only these achievements in here, whatever it is. I don't want spoilers for that, but everything else is fair game. You're gonna noisemaker these guys. Oh wow, okay. Walking on top of. It works perfectly fine, I would say. And the arrow broke. We don't collect broken arrows anymore. We're gonna repair them anywhere. Yeah. Why not glowing with Super Saiyan Orages? You know, that's a good question. Why are the wolves even glowing, right? Even if they're affected by the Aurora. What happened to the people from Thompson's Crossing? Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. We can only guess. It kind of sucks that they didn't get any resolution. You know, I didn't expect them to, but since Grey Matter did, Molly did, and Jeremiah did, they are literally the only ones not shown in the ending cutscene, so that kind of sucks, right? Alright, choo-choo.
Looks like a dead maze of traps and switches.
Started to move out. Could be, but... They could have shown it, right? They could have shown it.
Pressure up.
There was definitely room for a couple more cutscenes at the end. Chapter 4 was just really strangely paced. Really decided to show the strangest things on screen. The actual ending at the Suzuki is probably the best part. And I do like the message Mackenzie records, but the reasons he does that and the reason he does that in Ow. Oops, that's not good. The reasons he does that in Perseverance Mills make no sense. Choo-choo! Full speed choo-choos! There we go.
Pressure up. Need more coal.
Beautiful. Maybe add one more call. Oh no! Do not! Didn't see the stupid switch. Let's hurry up. We're gonna be losing call otherwise. I think there's a wolf on the other side. Woo! Let's get in.
Need more coal to get the pressure up.
Second half of episode 4 and all episode 5 is rode by Raph, throwing a tantrum. I don't know, I liked episode 4 and most of episode 5 is good. I just chapter 4 was a little rushed, I feel like. Probably rushed is the right word. But I did like the overall ending. It felt like there was space for one more chapter. But I guess they didn't have the time for it. They couldn't delay it again. Yeah, the pacing is obviously problematic, but it's not really just chapter 5, right? When you think about it, it's actually the other chapters. It's actually the other chapters that are to blame in a way. That sort of created this depth that chapter 5 tried to repay. But the first 4 episodes, they are very slow from the pacing perspective. They wanted to tell this story. So basically, chapter 5 just feels like they had to tie everything up. And it's still the longest one.
Well, that whole train ride was unexpected.
Yeah, we're here.
Machines like this don't work.
We made it. No achievement popped off, so let's see. Maybe once we finish the mission.
Okay.
And if not, then we have to go back to the drawing board.
There. And where did Heller go?
Heller is still here.
Looks like he's still by his fire.
Yes, still by his fire. I love how she says it. Which we could have gotten a 10-second scene during those last cutscenes. Yeah, just a couple more cutscenes, right? On that note, where are your side quests? I think it's just they didn't have time. It felt like Perseverance Mills and Perseverance Wilds definitely planned to have side quests. I'm not surprised this place doesn't have side quests, right? This was obviously designed to be linear, and it works fine. I had a lot of fun with the train ride.
Hey, you made it. What the hell took you so long?
I mean, there were complications, of course.
Yeah, tell that to Mathis. You find what you need?
Yes, I think so. We better get back to the clinic.
Yeah. Sure hope Donner's still alive. For your sake.
You and me both.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Complete to SAR and back without using more than 50 calls. Okay, so it was call-related. I just had the wrong idea the first time around. Now let's watch Donner die.
You were smart to let the others go. I told you hostages were unnecessary.
At least
You
one
just worry
prisoner
about
dies.
fixing Donner.
There. That should do it.
Is he gonna live?
For now.
That's not good enough, Doctor.
Look. I could lie and tell you he's gonna be fine just to get you off my back and get my friends out of here, but the truth is he's been injured. Badly. Without better equipment, I can't say for sure what's happening inside his body. If there's internal bleeding, which I suspect there is, what I just did for him might be enough to slow it down, but not to stop it. Eventually, he's gonna need more help than I can give him.
Maybe there's something that can help Donner. In your special metal case?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, Doctor, you are not a good liar. You think I didn't figure it out? You think I didn't figure out that you were what Mackenzie's been looking for all this time?
You leave him out of it.
Oh, but he's very much a part of it. I knew there had to be more to it. Why would a hard-headed pilot like him care so much about carrying a metal case halfway across this frozen hellscape? Mackenzie's a Boy Scout, but he's not stupid. He did it for you.
Look, I have no idea.
What I'm talking about, right? So this case, whatever's in it, must be really important.
I have nothing to say about it.
You think I'm playing around, Doctor?
Please, I've done everything you asked. Just let my friends go.
What is in the case, Doctor?
Nothing.
You know, I'm getting tired of asking.
It's nothing that can help Donner.
Then tell me what I want to know, or I go back to that bar and I start hurting people, starting with your friends.
It's a cure. Or it might be.
A cure for what?
A cure for what I think is coming.
The hell does that mean?
I'm not 100% sure. But I think this Aurora, it's changing things. People. It's going to change all of us.
In your case, is that some kind of medicine? A vaccine?
It might be.
Well then, another reason I need to find and kill that damn pilot once and for all. Because at one point, I had this case in my hands and he stole it from me. Boys, round up the crew. It's time to go. Keep the doctor, kill the rest. Lock him in that bar and just light it up. Like that school back in Milton where this all started.
No! My friends, the people here, they're not part of this!
Then we go after the pilot and the case, and we finish this off once and for all.
You bastard!
Oh, you have no idea. We're gonna have fun, Doctor, you and I.
No, we're not.
Mathis? Something's wrong.
What? Donner?
Dad,
I'm here. I'm here, my boy.
I saw it.
So what, son?
Lights. The lights. They called to me. And I found water. Black water. It was all lights and black water. And then nothing. Nothing. But dark.
You let him die. You let him die. You let him die!
Damn it, Molly. I know your aim is better than this. Come on.
Time to go. Hey, Jerry! I said it's time to go!
I don't know. I feel like hurting them some more.
No time!
Fine. Let's get out of here.
I can't leave them behind. My friend and her child, they need my help. And the rest of the people aren't safe either.
Take her. I'll round up everyone I can.
Hurry.
You have to take me where?
There's someone you need to see.
Who? Is it Mackenzie?
Molly,
She's
how
still
did you get
alive.
here? Come on. How did you get here? How do you know this guy? This bearded guy, huh? Nothing is explained. Oh man. Yeah, it's a frustrating scene, right? I was happy to see them at first, but I feel like it would have been better if they did not show up. If they're only gonna use them for this one scene.
Come on, you scab. Shake it off, we have work to do.
But what about Vashon?
Nothing we can do for him.
What about Vashon?
Take these flares, round up the others, find the doctor, and burn it all to the ground.
Yeah, Matthew is gonna walk off the arrows. I mean, he's got plot armor, I
She's
guess,
here.
so...
I gotta find Astrid before
can't
Mathis
die.
does.
Now we kill the convicts? Yes, yes. We're gonna try and murder all of them. Because the first one, we avoided all of them. Now we're gonna try and stealth. I heard the stealth section is very... Very, yeah.
Gotta sneak past this guy.
That they're kind of blind. Can get all the way next to him or something.
What's that?
Maybe not.
Who's out there?
Are you okay? Cannot go there, there's a wall.
I see you.
Called by convict, okay. They're not that blind. I guess we have to actually go around. But yeah, this stealth section is not great, like... Yeah. Chapter 4 needed some more time cooking. For sure. How did I even get there? I don't remember. Probably not from the front. Come here. Yeah, they are definitely blind as hell.
He's there. Look.
What the hell? Are you not able to take them out? Never tried it before. Doesn't make sense.
Mathis sure can pick him. He's there. Look.
You literally cannot. Some convicts are immortal with eyes in the back. Yeah, I guess this is one of them, huh? Damn plot armor. Also, if anybody didn't know, you can come here. But Sean, I'm coming to save you. This place looks just like as if nothing happened. We even have the loot here. We could stash a gun here and start shooting them. Should have tried that. Should have set it up with Astrid. Just stash the gun here. It wouldn't do anything though, because you cannot even shoot them, right? Yeah, now they all wanna kill us. Yeah, it doesn't exactly give TLD vibes, but it's just...
He's there! Look!
Okay, I guess this guy is also immortal. Yeah, this section is extremely janky. This is just not very good. This is easily the weakest part of the episode. I like most of the episodes, but this is... Look, floating driving gloves. Okay. I guess I can just walk, right? It doesn't even matter. I doubt tap crouching does anything here.
Dirty work.
Oh well. So wait, I have all the achievements, right? We're still missing the 4 survival achievements, but I'm not counting those. So it was 50 pieces of coal. It's unfortunate because I was thinking there's gonna be a coal-related achievement on my first run. I just made the incorrect guess, and I tried to put as much coal as possible into the furnace to make it as hot as possible. I bet this guy is immortal as well. Oh no, there we go. What happens if I choke him too slowly? Oh, he can win. Okay, he can win. That was a nice animation. There was one thing I like about this section maybe, but I just think it's so silly that you lose all your inventory, right? I mean, you should just be able to shoot them down or spare them or stealth past them. Right? Make achievements on both if you want to.
Hey!
Hey, we can take a torch. Okay. So that's how we take them down. You're gonna stash your gun here. Do you even get the option after leaving the boat? Well, you definitely get you get one gun when you're still in Perseverance Mills, right? The one at Constable's office. The one that was low condition for me. Can't even have the torch, yeah. Won't let us. Where are some other guys? Come on. Everyone up there. I wanna take down some convicts. There's one right there. I bet this guy is invincible.
Something moved. Wait, can't make out. What the hell did we come out? What the hell is out there? We know you're out there. What the hell was that?
Too cold to think.
He's there! Look!
It was me.
We're gonna burn you all! I see you!
Yeah, this guy has just
They don't know when to give up, do they?
insane range. Yeah, like there's no explanation for the inventory because it's just gameplay related. There is no lore explanation for us losing our inventory. Oh, and this door is now locked. It was not locked before.
Goddamn freezing. Damn. Too hot. Can't go that way.
Too hot. It's not even burning. Hey, over here. Damn, they are blind. Honestly, anything convict related, it just ends up being rather goofy, right? The cable car scene. They should have wrote episode 5 without convicts. I think it would have fixed a lot of stuff. There's another guy there. Can this guy be choked?
The hell is out there? You better run. We know you're out there. We're gonna find you. You better run. You can't hide forever. I see you.
I guess not. Can barely take down any of them. That's even more disappointing than I thought. It tells you you can either take them down or stealth past them, and you can take down like one.
No time to waste. Gotta take him out.
Okay, if this guy cannot be taken out after given the voice line, there we go. At least this guy can be taken out. Exactly, like I was looking forward to this. Like when I saw the cutscene, right? Mackenzie looking at Mathis. We have a freaking shotgun. They set the town on fire. I get that this game doesn't practically like shooter when it comes to like people shooting each other, but I think that's where Black Force is sort of headed. Like not a full-on shooter, but I think situations like that will happen anyway. I don't understand why you can't take the option to just shoot these bastards.
He's there, look!
This is the same guy, you cannot even take this guy down. What about you? Yeah, these voice lines are kind of janky as well. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if Mathis was in episode 4, or just like bring Mathis alone, or you know, Mathis, Heller, and Vashon, not the whole group. Like you heard some of the convicts not trusting Mathis, so whatever. Just explain it somehow real quick that Mathis just went all crazy and there's like 2 people with him, you know, and then you deal with them somehow. Not this entire freaking group. It just feels a little forced and overdone for sure. Yeah, Molly shot a bunch of them, but she either did it off screen or there was this scene, right? And she didn't actually kill. So nobody ever dies on screen, I feel like. There is Donor, but he dies like, you know, in a non-violent way, just like medical reasons. It has internal bleeding, he passes away. I feel like the game tries to not be too bloody. Maybe for that reason they don't want people to be shot on screen or anything. But it just feels janky, right? If they're gonna put a scene like this or like situation like this, it sort of calls for it. So if they didn't want to include that this should not have happened in the first place, they shouldn't have written it in this way, I would say. Welcome in, Rockstar. You love TLD. Nice, nice. You're in the right place then. Yeah. Right now I'm criticizing the episode a little bit, but I did enjoy it overall, and like I enjoyed the game. It just, yeah, this is literally the worst part of episode 5, even though I still enjoyed it. Like the first 3 chapters were great, but this is rough. This is easily the worst section. It's hard to look for something positive here in this sequence. Yeah, the invisible case is just... I think that happened to everyone. Not sure if everyone noticed it. Let's see if it's gonna happen again. This is a nice scene though, like this is the suspense. Okay, this part is nice. Because there's no convicts probably. Assume the dead convict with arrows were somebody else. Well, no, I'm sure it was Molly shooting the convicts. It's implied in episode 3, right? But it's always off screen where it happens. You don't see them being shot on screen, and I think that's... Yeah, Vashon dies, but it's not bloody, yeah. Vashon is the only one who dies, like, from shit, I guess. Piano, welcome in. Is this game worth it? Yeah, for sure, for sure. I have like 5.5k hours in it. It's a lot of fun.
Yang. Jane Yang. Astrid's friend. This must be the house.
Survival is where the replayability is at, but the story is nice. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Like I did enjoy most of it, and it's a good tutorial since it's way more forgiving.
Astrid! Can you hear me?
We're a little stuck here. What is good about it? There is a... Ooh, okay, I guess we can lie here for a bit. Nothing bad is gonna happen, right? I don't know, maybe we can die. Let's see. Instead, let's talk about what is good about... Yeah, let's see if we failed this check. What is good about PLD. So, the map size, right? In survival. Just exploring everything is gonna take you a couple of 100 hours. The difficulty is very customizable, so if you like a casual game, it's a game for you. But if you like an unforgiving game, that's also a game for you. Like, you can make the game pretty damn hard. The hardest difficulties are basically balanced with you knowing the game in mind. Like, if you're new and you're gonna jump into the highest difficulty, it's not impossible, but you're gonna die a lot. You're gonna suffer a lot. So, yeah, that's how you put a lot of time into the game. And also the spawns, right? The spawns are sort of randomized. So it's replayable in that sense that you can have multiple runs and they don't all feel the same. You don't always find the same tool in the same spot. And it's really easy to get into because the basics you can get the hang of in 10 hours or something, but it has a lot of depth. There's like a lot of tricks that you need to learn to really survive on the highest level. So we just keep learning. It's an endless learning journey. Like, I always learn something new every now and then, still, even after thousands of hours. Looks like we cannot fail this check. I guess we just get to lie here for a bit. The ending of this scene is very wrong. Molly says we found Mackenzie, and then later Mackenzie's looking for them. I don't think she says that, right? Astrid says it, and Molly never finishes. She doesn't say yes or no. Yeah, the fluffy picture, but it won't get it there, right? Is there even a way to get into the bedroom? I did see it on the wall, but can you get there without console? Did I miss it somehow? Because I've never been there, I think. The door is always closed. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, there's another one. Oh, in this scene, I guess I just didn't walk into it, yeah.
Mathis?
Can we load it? We cannot load it. I don't know when I saved it. But this is actually the end of the gameplay, right? Hold on. I mean, I did save somewhere. We can walk back here, it's not that much. 3 minutes ago. We're actually in the burning house. Perfect. Right, it's over there, yeah. At least we're gonna be able to see very well. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a horseshoe. The fifth horseshoe. Look at that. Okay. Also, the furniture is pink, right? Recolored. That's pretty interesting. There's the fluffy picture. Me mama picture. Those would be nice decorations. Jake, for sure. Yeah, this part is kind of... oh. But I sort of looked, right? She's not here. I mean, I can see. We're supposed to go here. Oh, there we go. And that triggers the next part. Oh, I walked through it. I didn't even realize. Yeah, you are actually supposed to go through here. I guess the scene is just so intense that, like, you know, trying to get out of the house. Okay, let's get crushed again. Very small teddy, yeah. Also, that baseball looks a little large, just being put in that trophy.
Mathis?
Whoa.
Looks like we're even, pilot. Here. You almost forgot this.
Nice. Still
I have to
invisible.
find her. She's still here somewhere.
I know. We got her out.
You found her?
Yep. Seems you two have friends who do, well, just about anything to help you out.
I can't believe you found her.
She's waiting for you. Let me take you to her, Mackenzie.
This scene was nice though. I do like this scene.
Is it really you?
I brought something for you.
Owie.
I thought I'd lost you forever.
Nothing is forever.
We have to go.
Yeah, I know. The radio telescope.
Jace, she filled me in. Said we
Jace?
could be safe there for a while.
Ow.
From what's coming.
Do you know what's coming?
A kind of darkness that we may never recover from. I think it's affecting our memories. I need more time to study it, but what's in this case might buy us some time.
We'll have time to work on it when we get to the radio telescope.
Yes. Let's go there. Now.
How did Jace fill her in though? I didn't
Jace.
even catch that the first time.
Jeremiah,
Jace is here actually. She
Take her.
came with us?
you have to go with them now.
Wait. Go with them? What do you mean? Where are you going?
Go with them. To the telescope. I'll be right behind you. There's one last thing I have to do.
Yeah, this is silly. They just leave him here? I mean, come on. Are we allowed to go back? I forgot there's still this final walk. Yeah, this is I don't know, man. It's like Will knows what's next. Yeah, almost. Hey, look, these guys are still guarding.
He's there! Look!
We can still be caught, okay. Realize they never checked. I don't suppose the other paths are open. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to record it in here. Like, this radio seems pretty good at sending the messages, right? I get it. But it's just... A lot is wrong with this situation in general. Not even any particular scene, but... Molly and Jeremiah showing up, then they don't kill the convicts. Then they act like they really need to hurry, but... Will says he still needs to do something. So he stays behind, alone, unarmed. Also, where is his stuff? Why doesn't he have his shotgun? Right? It's like... So many things are off. Guess we can go to constables. Imagine if we had a gun here. Still we took it. Apparently this is locked. It's locked, yeah. Sure. We have a revolver shell casing. Not a revolver though. When in the last scene when Molly and Jeremy killed two people, they killed the guy Jace killed on the bridge. Yeah, I like that's yeah, I don't even know what happened to that guy. Maybe he didn't die, but I mean he got hit by a flare gun and fell down a cliff into water, right? You'd assume he would die. It's like... I don't know. Dark Water Spray. I used it already, but we had it with Will, so you lose your whole inventory anyway. We don't get to keep anything anyway. I wonder if the church is still like magically unlocked or something, but I don't think we can get there. Unfortunately. Oh, there's another guy here. Hi.
I see you!
Oh, he sees me. Never mind then. Another way through, maybe. Hey! How are you? I like to think that this is what Will wanted to do. He said, you guys go ahead, I have one more thing to take care of. It was this guy. It was personal with this guy. After we did that, we can go to Suzuki, right? Yes, this specific guy. Don't even care about Mathis. He's small time, but this guy was the problem. Also, this doesn't burn you. Okay, it does. Okay, never mind. Okay, this does burn you. It's nice. That's fair.
That hurts so much.
Can't seem to climb out of bounds. I would love to go there.
So much.
Is there no way there? The Dark Walker spray, yeah, we found one in the foothills as well, right? One you could pick up. Terra found one. That was a nice find. Can we climb on top of this, maybe?
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Should these guys with a weapon, they're immortal. I'm not surprised, like they
My fingers
never...
feel numb.
never folded it in, right? Kind of like with Heller, like Heller you cannot shoot either. Let me go there. So rude. That man. Oh,
Holy shit, that's
Oh.
hot.
we are free. Didn't even need any serious tricks there.
The pain.
And it's still locked.
Feels like it's still burning.
Wonder if the icons are gone. Is this because it's Mackenzie's map now? I don't know. Imagine if Wade is still here,
Die
or
if I
not
don't blow 'em
Wade.
up soon.
Wade is already resting in Timber of Mountain, right? What's this guy's name?
That hurts so
Not
much.
Gabe. Gene. Sarah has a hawk's eye, yeah. What a find, honestly. Now the road is closed anyway, right? I don't think we'll be able to get there. It's close to. Walk to Desolation Bay. I think it looked close.
Damn. I'm freezing.
Maybe there is a goat, but this is another minor thing I didn't like about Perseverance Mills. Like, these blockades just open and close on their own. It's a little immersion breaking. Like, they could have put a couple people here, right? The gates. Just let them open it for you. Or something like that. Not high enough for this, unfortunately. Maybe there is a spot. If we could stay high enough here, but this is not a rock we can stay on.
That hurts so much.
It just pushes us back down. Or... Damn it. Come on, this has to be possible. Surprised no one has mentioned it as far as you can see other places online. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things, right? And people have been discussing this a lot, so... Maybe someone stumbled upon it. Didn't think too much of it. Like, I don't think it's intended, but it's not even... I'm not even sure if I would consider it a bug, and it's like, you know... It's harmless. It's kind of nice, actually. Hope they focus on the other stuff. You can maybe sprint there. Or we would have to try from farther away, even. This was the spot. Nah, we'll just keep pulling down here. It would be interesting to walk to Desolation Bay as Mackenzie. Has this area always been here? Kind of random. Not much in here. Maybe they're advertising for Darkwalker 2.0. Yeah, maybe Method is Darkwalker, as you said. Could be. It actually looked kind of hopeful. I'm sure I could probably get there with a safe trick if I abused it enough, but I'm not sure I want to, because like, what are you gonna find in Desolation Bay anyway? I think we haven't seen yet. Would be funny if we froze to death. Yeah, let's just reload. Did you notice beachcombing, big boats on the shore? Yeah, we went to the shore on this run. We did manage to go past the blocks. So we took a walk along the shore. There's actually thin ice there. Just like you'd expect with beachcombing. Bunch of thin ice. I just got stuck, dude. Imagine how well Black Frost will work. Yeah, it's I mean, it's gonna be early access, right? And I do expect glitches, but the glitches are not a problem as long as they don't break something significant. The game's always had glitches, and some can be beneficial, so that's totally fine. Just let's see how they balance Black Frost. If we could beat them back to Suzuki. Yeah, that's the problem though, right? There is no connection from here to Suzuki. And that's the missing chapter to me. That's the missing chapter. We should have gone from here to Suzuki. And that should have been the chapter. Because when you think about it, gameplay-wise, this chapter is literally just the stealth section. And then this walk from here, here. That's it. There's basically zero gameplay and there's just a couple of cutscenes. It's a really short chapter overall. Like, oddly short. If you account for all the cutscenes. It's like a quarter in length of the other ones, I would say. So we should have seen the connector between the two regions. And that's where Mackenzie could have gotten caught by Mathis or something, right? Maybe they could have come up with a better... way. I would say it also kind of sucks that this house is not explorable, right? It's cutscene only. So Perseverance Mills has more buildings than Mountain Town, but you can explore fewer. You can only explore like 4 buildings that are tied to the main story. You can explore Jane's house, the bar, Constable's house, Doctor's house, and like 2 or 3 random houses. That's less than in Mountain Town, really. That's a bit of a bummer, and this is especially like this building right here, right? Feels like it would have been nice to explore. Like it will be easier. Yeah, it'll be fresh, right? This is a really old game, so they struggled a little bit with that. For sure. But let's see how it's gonna be with Black Frost. A little survival gameplay. Yeah, I mean, they did say that. They did prepare us for that. I was worried about it as well when they announced it, but I didn't mind it that much on story. I mean, obviously, the story is supposed to be the focus, and they were supposed to tie the story together. So I was worried about the linear sections, but the train area and the geothermal area were some of my favorites in the end. I did end up liking them. Watch this cutscene. I think this is a very nice cutscene. Very emotional, but it just doesn't make sense, right, where it's placed. But I do like the cutscene itself, until the bastard shows up.
I don't know if anyone's out there. I don't know if this radio is even working. But if you can hear this, take shelter immediately. Get underground, as deep as you can. Take food, water, all the supplies you can find. The lights in the sky, the aurora, it's changing us. Changing the wildlife. Changing our minds. Confusing us. Making us see things. Making us forget. If you see the lights in the sky, stay underground. It's not safe. I'm not sure when help will come, or if it'll ever come. We might be on our own for a while. So, take care of each other. Because, in the end, each other might be all we have. And all we've ever had. I'm gonna loop this message for as long as I can. Be safe out there. And good luck. To us all. Love you, Jack. Miss you. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Anyone's out there.
I don't know if this radio is even working. But if you can hear this, take shelter immediately.
Now we just fall asleep here? Yeah. That doesn't make much sense, right? Also, yeah, leaving your code behind? Like, come on.
Oh. We doing this again?
Remember back in the prison? I told you I would destroy everything you love. Remember?
Yeah. I remember.
Well, now I've seen who you love, Now I understand what drove you all this way. I've seen her. I had her in my hands, and I almost killed her. She got away. But you see, I know where she is. I know where to find her. And it's time to finish what we started.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, right? The way it connects.
He'll come.
He'll be here.
I think I see something.
Looks like a torch.
Someone with a torch coming up the pass.
It must be him.
Maybe he found the others in town. Ones we missed?
Looks like we have company.
No!
One more step, and I'll put you in the ground.
All right. Here's the deal. We know you have shelter. We know you have medicine. Hell, you might even have a cure for whatever's going on out here. Way to outlast this, whatever it is. In the hard case. Imagine, the answer was so close this whole time.
What the hell do you want, Mathis?
Simple. You want the pilot back, you let us in. You give us some of what's in the case. You let us take shelter from the lights in whatever this place is. You don't? This damn pilot, who has been such a pain in the ass since the minute I met him, I finally clip his wings.
Mackenzie!
Don't give it to them.
Listen, asshole! This thing is a bunker. Time lock means we close this vault door and it isn't opening up for months, years, maybe longer. No way in hell are we gonna be trapped in here with you.
Well, that makes this even easier. You come out, we come in, and the pilot lives. Otherwise...
Wait! Wait. We can't do that. There are dozens of people in here, innocent people, children. But I can trade places with him. I'm a doctor. I can help you. I can find another way to protect you from what's coming. Just let me take his place.
That's not gonna happen.
Mackenzie, wait!
It took me so long to see it. I thought I'd lost you forever, but I'd only lost myself. Stay alive for me. Stay alive as long as you can. I will find you.
No, Mackenzie! Please!
What is going on here?
Mackenzie! Don't do this! You don't have to do this!
Yes. I do.
Please don't do this!
Now they shoot him and there's blood actually.
All the time we lost, I would do anything to have it back. I never stopped. I never stopped loving you, Will.
I will love you forever, Astrid. And I'll never forget you.
Well, after all that, looks like our fates are bound together, you and me. You better stand up, pilot. There's a whole world out there just waiting for me. Time I took my rightful place in it. And you are going to help me.
Okay. But first, there's something I gotta do.
The world is changing. Has changed. Who can say where this change will take us? Atwood says this has happened before. And best she can tell, we're in this for another 40 to 400 years. How will we survive? As individuals, as a species? Will we? Should we? When push came to shove and we were tested, was this really the best we could do? Can we put our differences aside long enough to survive this quiet apocalypse? And if we fight to survive, does any of it even matter? I can't say. I'm not sure any of us can know what comes next. But what I believe is we have to fight for the future. Because the world we had yesterday won't exist tomorrow. Mackenzie, I know you're out there. Just hang on. Just survive for me. Remember who we were. I will find you. Mackenzie. My love. Whatever you do, wherever you have to go, promise me one thing. You won't let this new world break you. And promise me, I will see you again.
Alright, that's it. Now this is what I'm excited for. Future free updates and new DLCs, right? I wanna hear some more about that. So many questions, right? Welcome in, Northern. Yeah, so like the final scene is good, right? The final scene is good. It's just how we got there doesn't make much sense. I do like it otherwise. It does make sense to me, yeah, that Mattis didn't kill Will after the doors closed. Like, he knows he needs him, right? He knows he needs him, so that's why he keeps him alive. That's what Mattis does. I mean, he doesn't touch Astrid as long as Donner's alive. The moment Donner dies, he just tries to kill her. Like that's what he does. Like I think it makes sense for Mathis. And you know Mackenzie is gonna die the second he flies them to mainland or gives Mathis what he wants anyway. I find it interesting that the telescope is locked only for 500 days. So I wonder if future story is gonna happen after that, right? What happens when the telescope opens? They're not there forever. They cannot last forever. I mean, 40 to 400 years. It's a temporary solution to keep everyone safe. Yeah, I mean, the timer showed 500 days, right? Surely it's not 500 years or even months. I mean, you could see it tick down to like, what was it, 484? By the time Mackenzie was burying Grey Matter. So it took them 16 days to come from Perseverance Mills to Mountain Town, which sounds about right, I guess. When you look at episode 1 to episode 5 and assume you just like don't dilly-dally. It's not that long, right? He kills when he doesn't get his way, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's out of character, because he didn't get his way, but he realizes that the next best thing he can do is get to mainland. He needs a pilot for that, potentially. Though I'm not sure how he expects to fly on anything in an Aurora. Like, that's just not really explained. I wish it was a bit better explained for sure. I think the Suzuki part is fine though, it's just... everything that comes before that is just... it's just confusing, right? Like, why does Mackenzie stay behind to record a message when there's convicts? Why does he leave his parka behind? Why does he pass out? Why does everyone else not stop him? Why do they rush out so quickly? It's just so strange. Like, that's the part of the 4th chapter that's just strange to me. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, for a couple of years, and it's just a time lock, right? It's not like they cannot reset it if they decide to after 500 days. I'm sure they can lock it again, in theory. But the time lock is set for 500 days. And I don't think anybody's getting in until then. So maybe there will be a continuation of the story, you know? After roughly a year and a half. That's like 500 days, roughly. A bit less than a year and a half. That's a pretty long time to survive. I mean, 500 days is kind of a magical number when you think about it in survival. That's been the achievement. There's a 1000-day achievement now, but it could be low-key understood as winning the game on survival, right? Even though it doesn't have end. Maybe that's why they chose it. Yeah, they did say episode 5 stuff will be added for free, depending on what they plan on adding. Wanna play 5 again after 300 bugs are fixed? Yeah, I actually enjoyed it with some of the bugs, right? It let me stay in the geothermal region forever, which was very interesting. We stayed throughout the night, and there was no aurora happening. So that was pretty cool, because normally you're supposed to speedrun the area, but we just took our time, we looted everything. Yeah, I think Mathis doesn't fully understand what's going on. He's pretty smart for a convict, but he's not that smart overall, right? I mean, he's not exactly an intelligent person, I guess. Or, you know, maybe he thinks they will find a way. I mean, what I understand less is why would Mackenzie not try and run away? He has no reason to try and stay with Mathis. Like, I don't know. I don't think he exactly has a plan, but that's exactly what just I wish was explained better. Right? Like, they just chill out and come together to Mountain Town. They let him do the burial thingy, whatever. Okay. But I understand why Mathis doesn't kill Will, but why does Will stay? Why doesn't Will try to run away? Like, do they rope him down every night or what? It's just... Is Methuselah willing Will's jacket? I don't know. I don't think Methuselah is Will, but you know, it's hard to say. Methuselah has green eyes. Will has blue eyes. Now it could be green eyes because, you know, Aurora or something. But I don't think they are the same person. We don't really know, but I don't think we are ever gonna find out. Yeah, maybe he just did it just to sit down. You're right. It could be. It could be. I think it's just the timing that's unfortunate because, like, he leaves his Jack Rabbit card behind, then he looks at the family picture, then he puts his parka on the chair. So everyone assumes it's like, oh, I'm leaving my parka behind. I still don't understand why he passed out there. Like, it could have been the Aurora that caused it, in theory. But, yeah. Best Lion's Roar music video ever. Yeah, the intro slaps. The intro is so good. Mackenzie has Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, maybe he just likes Matthew's dips inside, right? I mean, who knows? Will runs the way that Grey Matter is sorted. That would make sense. Becomes a survival mode. Yeah, I don't think that's canon, but I think it's a great headcanon, right? If you play Will, you actually play Will while Astrid is locked inside the telescope. And if you play Astrid, you can assume Astrid went outside after the telescope got unlocked, and she's looking for Will. It's a pretty cool survival headcanon, even if it's probably not actually the case. But it's pretty clear that survival happens after Wintermute. So it's cool to think about it that way. You think the prisoners are crazy already? I mean, they were always crazy, right? They're always crazy. The building had windows. That's actually a good point. I imagine it's some sort of strong glass, but like, it doesn't look like an impenetrable fortress. I think it's two sections, right? I think they could technically get into the upper part, the telescope area, but the bunker is separate. Like, the bunker is just like walled off, right? It's like in the basement. It's in the rock. And that's actually where the storerooms are. That's the secure area. We can play Black Rose in a big room. Yeah, it's supposed to be co-op. It's gonna be interesting. We're definitely gonna try co-op as well. I do wanna try a solo run, but we'll definitely get a group run going too. Can't wait to play with Sarah. We need to get carried by Sarah. She's gonna find all the decorations. Yeah, like this. Well, he didn't say see you soon, Jack, right? He said, I hope to see you soon. It didn't sound to me like he was getting ready to die or anything. But, it's just so strange that he stayed behind. Like, to me, imagine if there was like a massive bug in episode 5 and they actually were missing a giant section there. And that would explain everything. I know that's probably not the case. Imagine if the update just like fixed an entire segment that was missing, and then everyone was like, oh, this makes sense. But probably not, because then Will wouldn't be in the radio tower, right? Like, yeah, I really wish there was an extra region between Suzuki and Perseverance Mills that we would get to see in 4th chapter, but yeah. The food and bunks. I'm not sure if that's actually in the bunker. I think that's just like the telescope area kitchen and bunk beds. I think that's a totally different section that we don't see at all. We only see the door in the cutscene. It's like a basement area. You will carry all the decor. Yes, yes. And that's what we need, right? I mean, I don't know. I think in Black Frost, my prediction is that this Aurora thing will actually be sort of like a long-term affliction, right? Kind of like when we have scurvy in TLD. Like, you stay outside too much, you build up some sort of insomnia that's actually dangerous. Not like from Glimmer Fog, that's just annoying. But You know, if you survive for long enough, it could actually affect you somehow. Imagine, I would love to see that. Imagine if you survive for long enough, whenever you fall asleep, you wake up somewhere else. Right? You wake up like actually like end up sleepwalking, and you wake up freezing, and you're just like far away from shelter. You dropped off your loot at the base. How cool would that be? That would be pretty difficult, right? I would love to see that in Black Frost, if they added that. And it would be very lore friendly as well. And of course it could scale with difficulty, right? You play on like whatever Pilgrim Echo on this, you could just turn it off because it's annoying. You play on low pro, well, you're gonna have to find a way to deal with it. You're happy with all the new content. Yeah, like I enjoyed it overall, right? Like I understand a lot of things that people don't like about it. I agree with a lot of it. But most of it was really good. Like most of the episode was good. It's just, I think episode 5 had an impossible task of tying everything together anyway, so I'm just glad the ending itself doesn't suck, right? Like leading up to the ending is pretty bad, but I think it's better than making that part good and then ending being totally garbage. But at least that wasn't the case, because I'm just, you know, I'm just tired of everything ending with bad endings or never getting any endings. So there's that, because at least, you know, at least it can set it up for Black Frost or for future content. At least that part is not ruined. It's just, yeah, it's the start of chapter 4 was kind of, I'm not sure what they were thinking there. Yeah, cheating death in survival could kind of be, you could kind of explain it as that, right? As sleepwalking. I guess there is an in-universe explanation of that. I want a mod. Yeah, I wish there was like a mod that scales it with they survived or with number of auroras or something. You gotta go repot some plants. All right, have fun repotting. You have the problem with the sad separation ending. It was too jarring for you, or no problem. Yeah. Like the idea of the ending was good, right? It was like Will and Esther got together, but they actually can't be together. You know what I would love? If you got a choice. I mean, I understand why they didn't do it. I talked about it before, right? Because like then you have to deal with multiple endings and it's hard to continue the story. Then you disappoint a part of the player base by canonizing an ending and so on and so on. But imagine if you were just from Esther POV and you got the option to run outside or not, or stay in. But it wouldn't really change anything, right? Because like you could get two different endings, it would be pretty cool. But since there will be a sequel, it would be. I mean, maybe they could write it in a way where both endings could be canon, right? But still, I think the ending was good. It's just basically from when Will leaves Suzuki up until the ending cutscene is just kind of, I don't understand. I don't understand what happened there, right? It's just like, even the gameplay section, like the stealth section, is just rough. It's just rough. That part needed some more time in the oven. And then there's the cable car section, right? At the start of Mackenzie's chapter. That's really janky with the convicts. And I was thinking, again, if the convicts were not there, imagine how much better the cable car section was, right? Like, there would not be time pressure. You would have to cross it with Jace. You could use the time for some dialogue. And then the cable car could collapse. And you would have to just go over the rope like you did with the convicts. And it would just be better. Like, the convicts just made the whole scene much worse. But it was especially this early chapter 4 that was just, yeah. Can accept the friends being willing to shoot prisoners but not save Will. Yeah, that too. I think it's just a slightly poorly made like in general they were struggling with this. It's the same in the cable car cutscene, right? Because like Mattis has a knife to Mackenzie's throat, but you don't really see it in the cutscene the whole time, right? It's just shown one time, and then he puts it away, and they just don't shoot them because it's just these time critical things. This you know, when action happens, they don't do these cutscenes that well. I think it's just like the timing, right? The timing of everything. They generally struggle with timing. That's the big problem. Like the idea is there, but showing it, there is room for improvement. Molly, we see in episode 3 would have shot every one of those convicts. Exactly. And it's... But that's when they show up. Like, it's just... It's strange. It's... There were so many things to do it better, right? So many things to do it better. They could have... simply not introduced Jeremiah and Molly at all, and it would have made perfect sense story-wise, right? Like Molly, as far as we knew, didn't know anything. Jeremiah is mauled by a bear. He didn't have time to come back. It was even Will said it himself in Suzuki, right, when he was talking to Atwood. It would make sense. And Will comes in too late. Astrid somehow, well, yeah, they would have to write down the whole Astrid thing a little bit different, because otherwise she would die. Of course, they could have gone for a tragedy like that, but it was clear that they had a specific ending in mind. That's the thing, they had a specific ending in mind and just didn't know how to get there fast enough. After episode 1 to 4 being maybe a bit too slow. Yeah, it's like very plot armor. They don't really... Like, why Mattis survived is one of the biggest, like, question marks in there. That scene is just very unfortunate. It's just, yeah. Not saying you needed a happy ending, maybe they should and Will gets killed. Yeah, but it's just like the whole section, like think about everything that was just odd there, right? First, Will shows up with no items. Like, okay, why? Just for gameplay reasons, but the gameplay was very light and quite janky with the prisoner stealth section. I mean, what the hell? Then Molly and Jeremiah show together somehow. And Molly doesn't kill anybody. Not just because she doesn't want to, which is already weird, but also because Mattis somehow survives 2 arrows or 3 arrows to his chest. Because, yeah, plot armor. And then they rush away, but also let Will do whatever. Also, how does Jeremiah know Will is in the burning building? Right? Like, how does he even know to find him there? Then they let him go to the radio tower. Why does Will have to record it there with the whole town on fire? I think it's just, yeah, it's crazy. Also, yeah, why do the convicts not have any guns in the final scene? That's also kind of questionable. Perfect ending for you would have been they all grouped up in the bunker after killing every convict except for Vashon. Yes. Vashon would be forgiven, right? Vashon would be forgiven, of course. Yeah, that'll be perfect ending. I'm fine if we didn't get like a totally happy ending. Like, I think it's fine. I don't need happy endings, but yeah. Just the way it was pieced together. Mattis and Will are both gay, then the endings make sense. Yeah, maybe they have some secret feelings for each other, but it must be really secret because I didn't really see the spark. Didn't really see the spark. Welcome in Street. Biggest success of episode 5 is the community gets closure and one can move on. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, they've been struggling to get the 5th episode for a while, right? With COVID. And then they sort of ran out of money, right? Like, they didn't... I don't think they talked about it until later. But they announced the DLC and they prioritized it for a reason, I'm sure. Right? They needed to keep the company afloat, probably. Then they had to announce some layoffs anyway. But they did manage to get it out. I think they would have gotten it out earlier and maybe fleshed it out more with some side mission if they could. But I think there was money at play in the background, right? That's the stuff we don't really see. We don't see the books. We don't see the bottom line. But I'm sure there are things they would have done differently if they had like infinite time, infinite money, then without a doubt. But they had to get it out already. They had to, because imagine if they delayed it another year after announcing the release date. Yeah, it's after countless delays, I feel like they already felt this was the time. We have to get it out, even if some things had to be maybe explained too briefly. We'll let the convicts to Suzuki. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else they could have done there anyway. I think somehow they may have known how to reach Suzuki. Like, it's never explained. It sort of felt like the path between Suzuki and Perseverance Mills was actually very straightforward. I don't know how. But clearly, they were not concerned leaving Will behind and going on their own there. It's just, yeah, it's interesting. Wonder how episode 5 would have finished if Black Force wasn't coming. I don't think they made anything different because of Black Frost. I think if they made anything different, it was because of time constraints and money constraints. But like because of them feeling they need to wrap it up and you know, release it. I just wish they didn't try to cram it to 5 episodes necessarily. Like, I wish what would make more sense is just take the first chapter, right, entire Astrid's part, make that episode 5 with some side missions, release it in like 2023 or something, 2024. But I know that wouldn't be that much of a moneymaker for them, because people would still keep saying it's not finished, right? If it wasn't the final episode, if it ended with Mathis coming to Perseverance Mills, it would be a great episode that way. Imagine those first 3 regions with side missions and, you know, a bit more survival rounded like the previous episodes were. It would be an awesome episode. But yeah, I think it's just about money. Like, they can't keep making more episodes forever if it doesn't make them enough money anyway. Doesn't Mathis say he knows where Astrid is? Yeah. He said it when he catches Will, so I feel like they know how to get there anyway. I feel like it's not Will leading them there anyway. And it feels like the path between Perseverance Mills and Suzuki is somehow clear. I don't know. Maybe it's one of the few areas where the roads are not collapsed, you know, it's just like a straight road. You do find a shopping list in the car, right? If you searched Suzuki, the truck in front of Suzuki has a shopping list. So clearly you can somehow reach a big enough settlement. I don't know where they go shopping. I already forgot. I don't think it's Perseverance Mills, but it could be, right? Maybe it's vague. So maybe you can just go shopping to Perseverance Mills from Suzuki. It sort of means there is a road leading there directly. Or at least to some other big settlement. Yeah, exactly. Like, Jace originally thought she was driving to Suzuki. What I don't understand, how did Jace get there in time as well? Because we go to Perseverance Mills on our own, right? Jace doesn't go with us. Though I saw some people have Jace bugged, wait by the gate, but I think that's actually a bug, right? Like, I went alone, both of my runs I did. I went there alone, then it just cuts to the railway episodes. So I don't even know how Jace got there. It's kind of strange. Yeah, that was the part that was like missing one extra chapter, one extra region to explain all of this, and I think it would have been a lot better that way. But I guess they just didn't have time for that. Like, yeah. That would take them another year, right? And they just didn't have that. $200 negative reviews per day in Steam. Yeah, like a lot of people are leaving negative reviews. I don't know. I feel like it's not exactly deserving of a negative review, right? Even if it's not perfectly done. It's just, I think it's gonna die down. You know, people that are mad about it are gonna move on, as usual. It's still fresh, and there's gonna be lots of feelings flying around. Yeah, previous episodes had a lot of notes. I think it's just because they didn't have time to flesh it out, right? Like, there were the church was locked. We never got to see the mill, which was clearly designed for us to explore it, and in the end they just had to leave it locked, I think. Like, there's like unique assets in there that we never actually see unless you go in there when you're not supposed to, right? I think neither Mathis or Will wanted to be locked in a bunker. They are both a bit crazy. Now they have both lost their sons. I'm sure Will wanted to be with Astrid, right? Like, that's a reason enough. Yeah, it's hard to understand why he stayed behind. Yeah, lots of online players. I mean, there's so many people that either only played story mode, or maybe they played Survivor for a bit and just moved on, that came back because the story was finally finished, right? Lots of returning players, lots of new players as well that were maybe interested in the story and they were like, oh man, it's not finished? Okay, I'll check it out in a few years. And the time has finally come for them. So lots of new players for that too. Yeah, not surprising that they hit like the peak. And that's good news. That's good news. More people might buy the DLC as well. Give them some money. And I really hope they will announce some DLCs. I want a train DLC, man. Or something. You know, just 3 new regions with no new items, or just give us the hand cranked flashlight there as a variant, and that's it. Doesn't have to be anything special. I'll buy that for $10. The new regions are always fun. How much marijuana do you think Tori snuck into the bunker? I bet he took all of his stash. Happy the ending has good emotional writing and acting. Yeah, like the ending cutscene was for the most part good. Just the convicts magically not having any weapons. And it's not just the ending cutscene, but they just like conveniently lose weapons all the time. You would think the convicts would pick up all those rifles on the way. And they clearly had guns, right? Like you see it in the cable car section. And then they just march there with no guns. I don't know. Gonna die down like Silk Song, Anger at the difficulty. Yeah. Like, it's gonna die down. And it's gonna be fine, I think. Wish there were some logic tweaks. Yeah, there's some leap in logic at a few places for sure. Welcome in test person. You're shocked that there is something like a shitstorm about TLD. Yeah, like it's just people review bombing. I think it's gonna die down in like a week or so. It'll slowly correct itself. I don't think it's gonna affect the main game very much. It's just the recent reviews that are more negative. But the game's been out for 12 years, so it doesn't really affect it. It might affect the Wintermute itself, because there's like way less reviewed. So I think that there's really bad reviews. But yeah, I think it's a shame to review Bonneville like that. I get that some people are not happy with it, but it definitely wasn't negative review kind of bad, like nowhere near. I did enjoy episode 5. Despite some illogical stuff, I mean, come on, it's still easily the most ambitious episode. So many unique things. I love the train. I love the whole geothermal section. And like Perseverance Wilds is almost survival already, I would say. The cute little fishing hut there, awesome. We're gonna get that region, I think. Probably not much else, but Perseverance Wilds is definitely something they can add. I'm just wondering how they're gonna connect it. And actually, yeah, we were talking about it yesterday, right? But Blackrock Foothills, it's a great transition. You collapse the mine and, you know, close off maybe the starting section with the Rosehip climb and everything. But the trailer area and the cable cars over the river, that would fit perfectly as a transition from Blackrock into another region. I would love to see it as a transition. I originally thought it would be too linear, but yeah, we talked about it yesterday, and like the trailer area, it's actually an awesome transition. Like, you know, it's small, but I mean, all transitions are. I think that would work. But the question is, what is it going to connect to? Not to Suzuki telescope. The mine doesn't make sense either. But after you cross the cable cars, there's like a few hours later scene, right? So clearly there is potentially a connector to somewhere else that they could add on survival, I think. Yeah, 2 guns at the cable cars. Revolver guy fell, but they had more guns like at the end of episode 4, right? Like they were shooting you from the watchtowers. They clearly had guns. There was no shortage of guns. It's just weird how they magically disappear. Jace's character and acting were both good, but you did wonder why the writers made her so chatty when Will is on a time limit. Yeah, it's the pacing issues, right? The radio calls were a little strange because there was like a lot of empty dialogue, right? She barely told us anything in those 3 radio calls. So I'm not sure what the point of those was. Like a lot of Jace's conversation with Will was just kind of a wasted opportunity, I think. I didn't mind it too much because it didn't break anything, right? It was just kind of fluff, but I mean, it was okay. It was okay. It's just like a minor thing. I just really wish in the mine, Jace and Will talked a bit more deeply about what was going on, about their past, right? Like Sarah suggested, like Will should have explained his backstory about the divorce, about what happened to Jack in the mine when talking to Jace. That was the perfect time there. Like, it's a shame that they did not take the opportunity. Like, there was so much room for dialogue there. Game is scrubbed, don't look at my hours played. Yeah, people do that sort of joke reviews. I don't really review much on Steam. I actually did leave a positive review after 5.5k hours. I just said more please, so you know, not very detailed, but why not? I guess after 5.5k hours, I don't know, I might start liking the game, you know? I was kind of unsure for a long time, but I guess it's fine. Was Commander Shepard. Yeah, both of the voice actors, right, are Commander Shepards. I think voice acting was good. Voice acting was good. I really liked Atwood's voice acting. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like the cutscene because it was really long, but man, she felt very real, very believable, right? Like, sort of that professor. Think she's smarter than others. She was kind of condescending to Will, but I found it like very real. I found it really well acted. So I did like that part. Like, I think that was pretty good. Tonza, welcome in. How did you like episode 5? I'm guessing you played through it by now. We were just discussing all the stuff regarding episode 5 and regarding potential future content. I want to see what's gonna come. You did the thing, get moving. Exactly. It is very minor and sort of doesn't make sense since the mission is timed, but there were much bigger issues, right? This is like something I could nitpick probably. Like, yeah, it maybe they should not have been there, or maybe if she's calling us, there should have been some important message, like, something's happening. Like, she could say something like, Atwood's confirmed Aura is hitting tonight. We know that for sure now, right? Like, that would actually be sort of like important information, because we know Aura's coming, but it was not like 100% at the time that it would happen that night. It was just like, according to my calculations, we're due to another burst soon or something like that. So maybe that's what they could have said, right? And that would like increase the tension and everything. And that would work fine. But whatever. I was fine with the calls, right? That was not really my problem with it, even if it wasn't like perfect. Will has an ex-wife, yeah. Yeah, I keep telling Jace I have an ex-wife, and she never listens. She just keeps hugging me. Can you believe that? Yeah, the writers set themselves for an impossible task. Exactly. Like, episode 1 to 4, like, people can complain about episode 5, but you really have to blame episode 1 to 4 as well, to some extent. If it was meant to be 5 episodes, it was just, it was too much to tie up. And I adjusted my expectations according to that. So yeah, that's maybe why I like the episode. Like, my expectations were more than Matt's with this episode. Even though, yeah, there were bugs, there were some things that were like question marks, but like, I knew they had to tie up a lot, and I was worried about the linear part, so that kept my expectations even lower, I think. And in the end, I actually ended up liking the linear part, so I think that really affects your perception of how much you liked episode 5, right? Like, if you had problems with the geothermal area or with the train area, if you didn't love that part, suddenly that episode really doesn't look that good, right? It's kind of a slog if you didn't like that part. But I really loved both of them. Like, they were my favorites, basically. And then you can really dislike Perseverance Wilds, right? Perseverance Wilds, Desolation Bay, those were the closest to the previous content we got. So if you don't like those, you're probably a new player that jumped in on the hype. Otherwise, I can't I can't imagine why you wouldn't like those, right? Maybe Desolation Bay, or what was it called? Desperation Bay was a little bit too linear, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, more please. Mixed feelings, has good and bad. Ending didn't make much sense. Yeah, I like the ending itself, but the way we got to it, like, that part is kind of rough. That didn't make much sense. Like, how it happens, right? It felt like they needed an extra chapter there to truly set it up in a more reasonable way. But I actually like the way it ended. Like, I kind of like it. I like that Will and Esther got together, and in the end that they couldn't stay together. Like, I think it's interesting. Yeah, it's all right. 5.5k hours. it's 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 okay. Yeah, I'm starting to think it's okay. Yeah, Wild Section was the most similar one to what we already got, and that's why I think we're gonna get into survival anyway. Even had some clues, yeah. Like, I wish there was maybe a side mission or two in there, but clearly they didn't have time for side missions, so we didn't have any side missions at all, as far as I know. Atwood's voice acting was perfect, subtle at the right parts, believable. Yeah. Like, I did like I did like the, like, I didn't like the character, but I liked the character. You know what I mean? Like, she was like condescending, and she was like not a very warm person. Like not even to Jace, right? Calling her like silly girl and whatnot. Like she was warmer to her considerably than to us and to basically probably anyone else. But she is that kind of a person, so I kind of I liked the way the character, like the acting was done, right? The writing was done. She was a believable character, even though maybe not the most friendly, but important given the situation. A bit of a trope, especially in video games, I feel like, with these professors that are sort of like that. But yeah, I mean, I liked what I did there. Yeah, and I really like the long explanation. The problem is there is a massive bug right after the 20-minute cutscene where you can get stuck inside the room and you have to rewatch the cutscene and you cannot skip it, right? I can't blame anybody who has that happen to them that were just like really frustrated. Because if I had that happen to me, I would be a lot more annoyed. You have to sit for 20 minutes, you cannot skip it, and there is a bug right at the end of it. That is potentially one of the worst bugs. Like there's a lot of minor bugs in episode 5, but this one is pretty bad. I'm really glad it didn't happen to me. But I really like the explanation. Like I have no problem with 20-minute cutscenes as long as they are interesting. And that was like the most important cutscene easily, right? And it's not just because of its length, but like the story was basically explained there. All the important stuff. So like big lore dump. Like the overall ending with meeting and then separation. Just some elements that took you out of because illogical, yeah, and like exactly how I feel about it. Substation part gameplay wise was most fun. The shotgun was dope. Exactly, yeah. When they said you might not be alone out there, right? Like, okay, wildlife, but the way they said it, right, back in Substation, it was like, okay, that could be a cougar. I was hoping deep inside for a cougar, and especially when I saw ptarmigans in Desperation Bay, I was like, okay, they're adding DLC animals. Maybe we'll see cougar. And the way they used the cougar, I think, was perfect, right? I mean, they couldn't have included cougar in a story much better than they did. Like, you can say geothermal area was too linear or that you didn't like the speedrun aspect of it, right? But the way they incorporated cougar in story, if they wanted to add it, it was great. Like the way it led to it slowly. And I loved what they did with the wolves as well. Like, man, I want those wolves in custom settings in survival. Holy crap, those wolves were fun. I want that in my long run. Give me some challenge. Those wolves were good. Imagine if they did it with all wildlife. Moose charges right away, bear charges right away, Timbies bite you at the same time. Imagine how scary Timberwolf areas would be. I would love to have that after surviving, let's say, a couple hundred days on a Loper run. If wildlife slowly changes into this sort of wildlife. Yeah, I think they were testing some Black Frost stuff. Well, testing. Like some of the stuff they made for Winter Mid, and also for some of the survival content, right? They will be using in Black Frost. The animations, the way how Will and Astrid feel actually more placed in the maps or the cutscenes. It didn't feel like it in the first 4 episodes. It was pretty nice. It's nice to have a scientist not be a villain. Yeah. Like, as I said, I feel like it's not like totally original idea for scientists to be like this. When they are friendly, they are usually somehow condescending and not like not exactly people. But yeah, the character was believable. I liked it. liked Perseverance Wilds the most, but it seems like the devs treated it like a chore. Even the achievement is to complete as fast as possible. Yeah, because they didn't add any side content, right? They were trying to tie up the story. It's gonna work great in survival if they ever add it, though. You can skip the 20 minutes. It didn't work for me. I think I tried it at some point, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did not. For some reason, I think I couldn't. Happened with Athenan. He died at beginning part 4 and saved 1 hour going train. Yeah, it's damn. That's a long way back. Yeah, losing progress like that sucks. Like on one way, you should be saving manually, right? But on the other hand, 1 hour ago is crazy. Region designs were on point. Hopefully, we get some of those in survival. Yeah. Like most of the regions don't fit that well, but Perseverance Wilds is easily the #1 region that can be ported. And I really like the foothills as a transition, like the area with the trailers and with the cable cars over the river. That could work as a transition out of Blackrock. And I'm sure they could add Perseverance Mills and even maybe Desperation Bay or at least parts of it, but I'm not sure how they would add the rest, right? The rest was very linear. But I would love to see the train. And I want the train DLC. The train was nice. And the train would be surprisingly balanced for survival, I feel like. Like, it eats coal like crazy. Without the infinite fire, you'd go over 100 coal in no time, right? So it's not like you could ride it everywhere. It would totally work. It's just, there's nowhere to place it because the rail we have in the survival regions is broken. So you can't really place it there. They would have to... I feel like DLC is the only chance, because like they're not gonna give us 3 or 4 regions for free that are balanced around the train. It would have to be new content, and that's just... Yeah, it doesn't make sense financially, right? I feel like if it has to happen, it would have to be DLC. And they also said they don't want to add Wintermute content behind the paywall if they are to add it to survival. So I feel like a train is probably not gonna happen, but maybe we'll see something like that in Black Frost. You know, maybe when they build it there from ground up, and maybe not just trains, right? But like primitive technology in general, like steam technology, stuff that would work during Auroras. Maybe there'll be some like basic generators or something. I guess we'll have to see. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, no parasites. We just ate some raw wolf meat and nothing happened. It was like a bar of chocolate. Glimmer wolves basically Cougar 2.0. You mean the ones in geothermal area? I don't think they were affected by Glimmer fog, right? It doesn't make the wolves any more dangerous in survival. But they were just particularly aggressive, I think, because of lore reasons. Like they were starting to get affected, like some sort of a late stage wildlife aggression. Given their financial woes, yeah, you would expect them to put these regions in DLC. Well, they're not gonna add the Wintermute regions in DLC for sure. Like they already confirmed that. They already did confirm it. That anything they will add will be for free. But they did say they wanna make some more DLCs, right? They have some ideas, and they will share them soon. Now, who knows what soon means, right? I don't think we're gonna get any news in April. They're probably focused on bug fixing, and they want to give it some time, you know, think it through. But I wouldn't be surprised if we got like May, June, maybe July diary. Not with like specific dates or anything, but you know, just a general, this is what's next kind of a diary, like we got maybe when the DLC was announced. So that's gonna be exciting, right? That's gonna be the next thing to wait for. A lot of missing mechanics. Yeah, and some of them were buggy. So I found the Termigan bedroll in Perseverance Wilds, but it disappears when you go through a loading screen, and it had no icon. And same with one of the lures you find in the coastal hut that has the unique fishing hut. There were like 3 lures on the wall, and one of them just disappears once you leave, even if you take it with you. So like some of these things were just like buggy, some of them were missing. I tried harvesting a wolf, and I actually cannot see the hatchet, right? Like the animation was there, but the tool was not. So some minor mistakes, but I didn't mind the minor bugs, right? It was not enough to ruin the long-awaited conclusion to Intermute for me, and I didn't run into anything major, so overall I did enjoy it a lot. I paid $1 for your game. Will the next version be free for me? Yeah, like people need to realize that they supported the game for 12 years, right? So I get that it was a valid complaint that story mode is not complete and they promised it to whatever early backers. Okay, but that's it, right? They finally did it, so people can't say this anymore. Yeah, I mean, there's been more than enough free content, right? And they said they are still going to add some free content anyway. I think I don't know what happened to it, but they mentioned it before, right? Hunted Part 3, it did not get into the whole DLC release cycle. Then they said they will release it later. Now we haven't heard of it again. I think at the very least that's gonna come. Maybe some customization updates and probably port some of the Wintermute regions. I think at the very least that's what we're getting even for free, and then they might have some DLC ideas, so gonna be nice to hear about what we're gonna get. Lures, yeah, also lures are disabled, yeah, so you can find them, but they're just decorations. You cannot actually use them. That was interesting. Which is why free surprises you, you didn't mind paying. Yeah, I think it's people who spend a lot of time on the game. They definitely don't mind paying for an expansion. But I get for a new player, it might be like, you know, they look at it, they see maybe mixed reviews, especially recently, and then they see like, okay, why should I buy the DLC? And when you think about it, a new player doesn't even need Tales from the Far Territories. Like honestly, even though it's great, like there's just so much content in the base game. They can just play that for 100 hours. And if they like it, they can buy the DLC after. Yeah, I hope they will announce something, maybe in a couple months, their future plans. Maybe give us a teaser for Black First or something. That would be lovely to see. Little teaser on Black Frost. Yeah, we're not getting it this year, but I would like to see it. At least teased. At least, you know, some new info, maybe a little picture here and there. It really helps a lot. Like I liked when they released the teaser pictures before episode 5. That's the stuff they usually don't do. You'd love some Black Frost info, would be a good way to take advantage of current buzz to tell newbies. Exactly, exactly. A lot of people wishlisted Black Frost. Like it had a lot of wishlists. Obviously, probably not as much as whatever Subnautica 2 or GTA 6 or whatever. But quite a bit, quite a bit. And there were so many people on. I remember the first night when I was playing, everybody was playing, or most people that could were playing. And so many people were just streaming TLD, and it was nice. It's I don't remember the last time I've seen it like that. Maybe never, like ever since I was streaming. And with Black Frost, it's gonna be the same again. Some pics from it while it's in development. Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. But like even TLD stuff, right? Like I don't actually. I keep saying it. I don't actually care when they release Black Frost, as weird as it sounds. Like I'm looking forward to it, but if we get more TLD content, I'm totally fine with this. I'm fine with them not getting around to releasing Black Frost just yet. And just enjoy TLD. Like I still want to set up a long run that I haven't even gotten around to. There's always more challenges to do. Plenty of stuff to do in survival. And we're gonna get something later this year, I'm sure of it. Welcoming Krolitsku, how's it going? Yeah, so that's it for our episode 5 replay. I did get all the achievements, right? I already checked it. Man, I can't believe I missed the notes twice in the big boat. That was quite something. And then the train achievement, I did the exact opposite of what I should have. That's just so typical. All right, I think we'll be ready now. I think I do want to stop here. I feel like it's a good point. I know it's a short stream today, but we streamed almost every day for the past few days, so I don't mind doing this. And I don't know if we'll be back to the usual schedule, which is Wednesday afternoon. Like I'm definitely gonna stream then, but I might stream tomorrow or on Tuesday since I still have time off. I'll have to see. Might depend on Helga as well, right? Because I want to see Helga go through the next chapters too. But she only played once so far. But might depend on that. I might be on Monday, Tuesday, sometime afternoon. And if not, then I'll be back on Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. I'm gonna raid Nightfall. You feel like I saw all the notes on the first playthrough. Maybe I didn't pick one of them. Yeah, it could have happened. That one of those notes is like very, very easy to miss, right? But we got it done. We got it done in the end. It was fun hunting for the achievements. Thank you, Maria, for the raid, Pixel for the Prime, and Nana, Sarah, Donza, Gary, Krolitsku, Pixel, everybody. Thank you for being here. See you sometime later the following week. Schmutches.